Oh, hey guys. Guess what? I just downloaded a printable ruler from the internet. I put this in your shared folder and I was just measuring my beard. It's about 23 centimeters. Anyway, for today's lesson, we're going to talk about section two, which is basically measuring angles. Observing changes in the sky is like the title of everything. Um, so if you I just made some slides for today. I'll go through those first, and then I'll demonstrate some of this. So questions for today, it's basically the same thing. Do you have any questions on the material? How are you doing in this class? A lot of you were working on essays and other classes, reading your comments, and there was a stats test. And I think you guys were learning about curves and if they're linear or logarithmic. So it's cool to see what you're doing in other classes. Um, but for today's question, what question would you like to ask your classmates? It could be anything, like how are they coping, something about their senior year, what their favorite food is. What do you want to know about your classmates? So today we're going to be measuring the angle of the sun. There's actually two ways you can do it, and I'm going to test both methods. I'm going to see if my methods are consistent with each way. So first things first, you use your fist. You can use your fist as a ruler. See, this is my fist, and you can actually measure the angle. So if you oh, there's my line. So the tricky part is when I watch people do this, they have a tendency to put where they think the horizon is, and their fist is actually a little bit lower. So what you want to do is you want to try to get your fist parallel your with your eye. Basically, there's a little picture here that shows that. So I'll show you a quick method that I discovered that would work. I don't know if you can see this, adjusting the camera here. So you find out where your eyeball is. All right, so that's where my eyeball is. And if I step back and then I do this, this is horizontal. To me, this seems really high, but that's where the horizon is. So what you want to do is you want to figure out how many degrees your fist is. So what do we know about angles? We know that a right angle, so going from here to here, is going to be 90 degrees. So you want to figure out how many fists fit in 90 degrees. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Straight up is about 7. So it's 7 for me. So that's where my fist is. And then so there's some directions on what I did, operational definitions, poor grammar. But what I also did for you guys was I made a cheat sheet. So this is like the basic content that you need to know for section two. So trigonometry, yes, it's coming back. So how do we measure angles? We can use trigonometry. Remember SOHCAHTOA? Who doesn't remember SOHCAHTOA? So this is the angle, that's theta. And so if we have this formula, tangent of theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So if this opposite, that would represent your gnomon length. Adjacent would be your shadow length. So you just have to print a ruler. If you don't have a printer, that's fine. What we're looking for are ratios. So if you just create a number line, it doesn't really matter how far apart those are, but as long as they're consistent with each other. So as long as your marks are consistent, that would work. That's like how the centimeter was invented. So you're going to measure the gnomon length and the gnomon ruler. So here I have the cheat sheet I just made this morning. Can't really see it, but the gnomon length is 3 centimeters. It's really close to 3 centimeters. And then so you just take the gnomon length and divide it by the adjacent, and that's going to give you the you got to do tangent minus 1 on your calculator, which can be kind of tricky. So maybe I should show you that once I find my phone. Oh, there it goes. I found my phone. Tangent 1 on your computer. You can just go tangent minus 1 in parentheses on Google. It'll probably give you a decent number for that. I'm just gathering my materials here, looking for a pencil now. There it is. All right, so let's go give this a shot. So we're going to go outside, field trip. It's a nice day out, but you might want to put on a hat because it's a little chilly. So, got just put out this table here. Oh, it's really bright. Oh, there's a chipping sparrow. You guys hear it? All right. So, setting up my setting up the sundial. A little windy. You know what? I'm gonna grab a rock. All right. So I'm just putting the paper in the gnome, and I got my shadow lengths. Measuring the shadow length. All right. Maybe I'll. I want to go back to my picture. Let's try this thing. I want this to blow up. I guess you guys will just have to deal with that. Just look in the little corner. But you notice I have my little sun plot. I got the shadow, and my shadow length is about 5 centimeters. All right, so now I'm gonna try method number 2. I wish I could just, let's see. There we go. All right. So you can see the sun. You can see this is my shadow. All right, now I'm going to measure the angle of the sun with my fist. So I see the sun is right about there. Don't look directly at the sun. The sun is bright. It can hurt your eyes. So I'm going to measure it with my fist. Straight out. 1, 2. It's about two fists and 2 thumbs. So I'm going to say it's 2 fists and 2 thumbs, and we're going to work that out. There we go. So I did the math, and 2 fists and 2 thumbs. So each of my fists is about 12.86 degrees. I'll block the sun so you can see a little bit better. I'll just verbalize what I'm doing. All right, so 2 fists, so they're about 13 degrees each. So I got about 26 degrees with my fists, and each thumb I have is about 3.2. So I'm gonna round that to 3.2. So we got 2 of those. So then, so that's going to be 6.4. So what I end up with is 26 because each fist is about 13 degrees, and each thumb is about 6.4, or each thumb is about 3.2. So adding this together, you get 32.4. So according to these calculations, it's 32.4 degrees. All right. So how close can I get to 32.4 degrees using the other method? So that 32.6, that came from the fist method. Now we're going to try method number 2, where we're comparing the actual heights. So I have my calculator. I'm probably going to go inside because the lighting's a little better. Drop everything. All right. Calculator tips. All right. So if we do calculator tips, I think I'll just probably do this on Google because that's probably what you're going to end up doing. So right now I'm presenting. I'll open up another window. And then for my angles, I measured, remember that the gnomon length was 5 centimeters, or it was 3 centimeters tall, and it was 5 centimeters wide. So I'm going to use tangent minus 1 of, I'm just trying this out, 3 divided by 5. Let's see what I get. Oh, it's in radians right now, so I'm going to change this to degrees. And what I'll do, that doesn't seem right. So I'm going to say 3 divided by 5. That's 0.6, and I want to find the inverse tangent. So I'll do inverse. That's the symbol I'm looking for. So I'm going to click on this and, arctangent. So 0.6. Hey, look at that. 30.9. That's really close. I did a good job. All right, so it's almost 32. So I got about 31 degrees using the trigonometry method. And then 32 or 32.4 using the other method. So there I got. So it's actually, just look at the slides. It should instruct you how to do this. So to recap, what we did was we measured the angle of the sun using our fists. We know how many degrees our fists are. We know how many degrees our thumb is. We went like this, and you measured the angular length of your fist, added those together, got the angle of the sun. The second method we did was we found the inverse tangent of our gnomon, or our shadow length, and our gnomon height. So you use trigonometry. Wow, look at it, it's karate. It's trigonometry karate. All right, so I think that's enough for now. Hope you guys are having fun and making the best of the situation, and hope to hear from you guys soon. Take care.